Alright, today we're talking about 4.2 and we are continuing our discussion of systems of equations. The other day we learned how to solve by graphing. Now we're going to solve by substitution. So let's think about what the word substitution means. If you play a sport, you don't play the entire game. Somebody comes in for you, and that's called a sub. Or when I am not in class, a substitute takes my place. So all substitution is taking the place of something. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. And it can get confusing, so make sure that you're taking really good notes. So let's get that written down. Substitution means to take the place of. And like I said, a substitute takes the place of a teacher and does the same job. A student would not be a substitute for a teacher because they are not the same. So these are the steps that we're going to be taking. The first thing is that you must have y equals or x equals, one or the other. You're going to substitute or replace into the other equation and solve for the given variable. And then third, substitute the value that you got in number 2 back into one of the original equations. And I know that this sounds super confusing, but it will make more sense as we get into the next couple examples. Alright, so let's start with this first example on the left. I have my system of y equals negative 3x plus 5 and 5x minus 4y equals negative 3. So remember I said we must have x equals or y equals. Here I have y equals. I always circle what y equals, and that's negative 3x plus 5. It must be substituted for the same thing. So I'm going to point to the y in the second equation. I am going to replace what I just circled with what I'm pointing at. So I'm going to rewrite this as 5x minus 4, but instead of saying y, I'm going to substitute in negative 3x plus 5, close it, equals negative 3. And now I'm going to solve like we've been doing since chapter 1. So I'm going to start off by doing SEO. So make that plus negative 4, and I'm going to distribute that in. So 5x plus 12x plus negative 20 equals negative 3. I'm using order of operations, so I'm going to combine my like terms, and I get 17x plus negative 20 equals negative 3. Solving for x, I'm going to add 20 to both sides, so I get 17x equals 17. Divide by 17, so x equals 1. But remember from the other day, our answer is an ordered pair. So I have part of my ordered pair. I have 1. Now I need to figure out the y. So I'm going to go back to my equation that I circled, and I'm going to replace x with 1 because I know what x equals. So I have y equals negative 3 times 1 plus 5. So y equals negative 3 plus 5. So y equals 2. So the ordered pair, or where these two lines cross, would be 1, 2. So let's try number 2. I have x plus y equals negative 1, and 5x plus y equals negative 13. So I need to solve. So remember, the first step is x equals or y equals. So it doesn't matter which one you rearrange. I'm going to rearrange the top one, and I'm going to get y alone just because that's what we've always been doing. But if you got x alone, it would be fine. So I'm going to rewrite this as y equals -1 minus x. I always circle what y equals, and y equals -1 minus x, and I point to where it's going to go. I'm going to substitute it in for y in the other equation. So I get 5x plus -1 minus x equals -13. And now I'm going to solve. So I have like terms. So 5x minus x is 4x plus 1 equals -13. Subtract 1. So I get 4x equals -14. Divide by 4. So x equals -7 over 2. Or if you want to say -3.5, that's fine. So I have one part of my ordered pair, -3. So now I have to find the y. So again, I'm going to go back to the original equation that I rearranged, and I'm going to go y equals -1 minus -3.5, and I'm going to solve. Two negatives make a positive, or SAO, so y equals 2.5. Ignore these end of parentheses. I don't know why I keep doing that. So my y is 2.5, so my ordered pair is -3.5, 2.5. So let's try one more. I have 2x minus y equals 4 and 7x minus 2y equals 5. I'm going to have to rearrange here. So I have to think which is the easiest one to rearrange. And always take whatever has a front number of 1, which in this case is the y on top. 7 and 2 don't go into each other nicely, so they wouldn't work. So I'm going to get this to say y equals. So I have -y equals -2x plus 4, because I would subtract 2x. Then I'm going to divide by a -1. So I have y equals 2x plus -4. I'm going to circle what y equals and point to where I'm going to replace it, which is that y. So now let's substitute it in. So 7x minus 2, I'm going to replace or substitute 2x plus -4 in for that y equals 5. And one hint that might help you is if you look at this equation, your variables should be identical. If they're different, you did not substitute correctly. So now let's start solving. So I'm going to do SAO first and distribute because of order of operations. So I have 7x plus -4x plus 8 equals 5. Combine my like terms. So 3x plus 8 equals 5. Add a -8. And you get 3x equals -3. Divide by 3. So x equals -1. So there's the first part of my ordered pair, -1. So the last thing I need to do is go back to this equation of y equals and solve for y. So y equals 2 times -1 plus -4. So y equals -2 plus -4, and y equals -6. One way that you can check is you can plug in two equations and see if they become true. So your final answer here is -1, -3. 6. So that check part would look something like this. I could do -6 equals 2 times -1 plus -4. So -6 equals -2 plus -4. -6 equals -6. That checks out. Now let's try the second one. So I would have 7 times -1 minus 2 times -6 equals 5. I would have -7 plus 12 equals 5, and 5 equals 5. They both check out. That's my final answer. So the last one I want to try is a word problem. It says you buy a total of 50 turkey burgers and veggie burgers for $90. You pay $2 per turkey burger and $1.50 per veggie burger. Write and solve a system of linear equations to find the number x of turkey burgers, that's important, x is turkey burgers, and the number y of veggie burgers. So we have enough information here to create 2 equations. A system is 2. So I know that I buy a total of turkey burgers and veggie burgers. So x plus y equals 50. The other thing I know is that it's $2 per turkey burger and $1.50 per veggie burger, and I spent $90. So 2x plus $1.50 or 150y equals 90. And now I need to solve. So remember, first I need to have x equals or y equals. So I am going to rewrite this top one as y equals 50 minus x. I'm going to circle what y equals and point to where I'm going to put it, which is y. So I get 2x plus 1.5 times 50 minus x equals 90. I'm going to start solving, so I distribute, and you get 2x plus 75 minus 1.50x equals 90. I'm going to combine my like terms. I'm just going to change colors so it's easier for you to see. So I get 0.5x plus 75 equals 90. Subtract 75. I get 0.5x equals 15. Divide by 0.5. So x equals 30. So 30 represents turkey, so there are 30 turkey burgers. Now I need to find how many veggie burgers. So I'm going to go back to that equation I rewrote and go y equals 50 minus 30. So y equals 20. So 20 veggie burgers. This one I don't need to write as an ordered pair. You can write it as 30, 20, but I would prefer word problems. You leave written as the number with the unit, so I know which one goes with which. Again, I know that this is confusing, so make sure you come to class with questions.